and head trainer Franquisa Dama. For championship team Canelo, trainer Eddie Reynoso, and advisor, glad to see Eddie's family in attendance, and advisor Richard Schaefer. So ladies and gentlemen, at this time, let's meet the two world champions. First, with a perfect professional record consisting of 23 fights, 23 victories, including 9 wins by knockout. He's originally from Matanzas, Cuba, but now living, training, and fighting out of Berlin, Germany. He is the reigning and defending, undefeated IBF Super-Middleweight Champion of the World, William El Indomable Scull! Bigger in person than I thought. And his opponent on that fight night of 3rd of May out of Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, recognized for the last decade universally as among pound for pound the best fighters in the world today. His professional record stands at 62 victories, 39 wins by knockout, 2 defeats, 2 draws. Damas y caballeros de Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, the former super welterweight world champion, former middleweight world champion, former light heavyweight world champion. He is the reigning and defending WBA, WBC, WBO super middleweight champion of the world, Saul Canelo. How do you top that? Well, we'll have to turn it over to our host, ladies and gentlemen, broadcaster and analyst for DAZN Boxing, Mr. Todd Grisham.
Thank you, Michael. What a thrill. The young version of me would be freaking out right now. I just got introduced by Michael Buffer at Radio City Music Hall. Hell, the old version of me is freaking out right now. But I got to keep it together. This is a big moment and a big event. And judging by the reaction, I believe that we have a lot of people of Mexican descent here tonight. Is that correct? So there's 3 things I know about you. You love boxing. You love Canelo. And many of you won't remember this tomorrow because you're drinking too much tequila.
BMC. ¡Viva México, cabrones!
Well, this is certainly a new chapter for Canelo. For the first time in his 66-fight pro career, Canelo takes his show on the road and will be fighting outside of North America. I'm going to ask the members of the dais some questions, of course, some questions for Canelo and William Scull, and then we'll actually open up to the media to ask a few questions, and then afterwards we'll have the stare down for the 2 men that will battle for the undisputed super middleweight championship of the world in May in Saudi Arabia. First up, let's start with Canelo's advisor, Richard Schaefer. We haven't seen you on a dais in quite a while. Glad to have you here. What are your thoughts on this event and this fight?
Well, it's a historic event, a historic showdown, live from Riyadh, and very importantly, in prime time here in the United States on Saturday night on the Cinco de Mayo weekend, May 3rd, something which was very important for Canelo, that so all you fans out there can keep on celebrating this important holiday and watch Canelo become a two-time undisputed world champion. What is important as well, the styles make fights. There's only 2 countries in the world which actually have boxing styles named after them. One of them, of course, is the Mexican style, which we all love, exciting, coming forward and so on. And then there's the Cuban style, which is more defensive, very technical. That's what you're gonna see. You're gonna see an amazing showdown on Saturday night. It will be history made. Don't underestimate Scull. He's an undefeated fighter, amazing amateur track record, and he is here to win. But Canelo, as always, has other plans, and he will be a 2-time undisputed super-middleweight world champion. Thank you.
And now let's hear from William Scull's promoter. It's your job to come up with a game plan and a strategy. Well, this is trainer Franco Saldama, a strategy to beat Canelo Alvarez. How do you do it? How does this happen?
First, thank you to be here. It's a pleasure. And I think the match plan makes a coach, not me. But we're working hard on it, and we're gonna make a big fight. I hope so. And but the match plan is for the trainer. I don't do it.
Well, we'll turn over to Franco. What are your thoughts on how William can win this fight? What does he have to do? In Espanol, who's our translator?
¿Cómo lo ves? ¿Cómo puede ganar? ¿Cómo puede ganar el combate? A Frankie.
Sí.
Bueno, nada, todos sabemos de que es un buen peleador, para mí es uno de los más grandes que hay. La estrategia es darle un buen espectáculo y el 3 de mayo van a ver a William.
No tenemos miedo, vamos a hacer un buen combate, señores. Canelo is a very big fighter, a very, very good fighter. I saw him last time in Las Vegas, really, really good fighter. But William Scull is as well world champion, and we will see on the 3rd of May what's happening.
Well, let's turn our attention to the multi-time trainer of the year, Eddie Reynoso, who is here today. Eddie, at this stage of Canelo's career, what kind of things can he still improve on in the gym and get better at? And what kind of fight do you expect this to be in May?
Pues antes que nada vamos a pelear con un peleador cubano. La escuela cubana es de las mejores del mundo. Vamos a pelear contra un campeón del mundo. Vamos nosotros a trabajar como siempre, con mucha disciplina, con mucha entrega. Canelo es un peleador que siempre está en el gimnasio y a todos los rivales los tomamos muy en cuenta y no va a ser la excepción. Vamos a hacer un gran campamento, respetamos mucho el equipo de Scull y nosotros vamos a volver a ser Undisputed por segunda vez.
We're going to be fighting against a great Cuban fighter, a great champion. And we know what we have in store. We're going to have a great training camp, and we're going to be undisputed once again.
How about we hear from the fighters now? You guys ready? And how about we start, ladies and gentlemen, with the fighter that many of you are here to see today. Fighting for the very first time in his illustrious career in Saudi Arabia, a Spanish-speaking national hero who always represents his country with pride and respect. Damas y caballeros, make some noise for the super-middleweight champion of the world, William Scull, everybody. You always introduce the challenger first. William, how do you feel about facing the face of boxing in Canelo Alvarez?
¿Cómo te sentís, William, estando contra la cara del boxeo?
Buenas noches a la afición. La verdad que estoy muy agradecido con el equipo Canelo por la posibilidad, ¿no?, de hacerle esto realidad y de demostrarle al mundo que sí se puede.
¿Podría repetir, por favor? Había un poquito de acá. ¿Podría repetir la respuesta, por favor? Sí, si podría repetir la respuesta, que había mucho ruido. Perdón.
Súbanle a los micrófonos, hablen más fuerte, no mamen.
Go ahead.
What did Canelo say?
Well, no, it's just that, you know, he was saying that, you know, like the fans here are loud, you know, like that's just how they are. So, yeah, you know, it's just how it is.
Well, William, how does it make you feel when people refer to this fight as a tune-up fight or a stay busy fight for Canelo? How do you feel about that?
¿Cómo te hace sentir que la gente diga que vos sos simplemente un paso más para Canelo, un precalentamiento para lo que viene en verdad para él?
No, sinceramente, el que conoce bien de boxeo sabe que en el boxeo no es nada fácil, ¿no? Si yo estoy aquí es porque me lo he ganado callando boca siempre, dando pasos firmes y seguros. Y como siempre he dicho, ¿no? El día 3 de mayo y el 12 de round, de que saca el último round, es cuando se va a decidir quién es el verdadero ganador de esa mesa.
Well, look, you know, that's just how boxing is sometimes. I'm firm, I'm securing what I want to do, and come May 3rd, I know that I'm going to display the best of my talents, and I'm going to be the best I can be in order to pull off the upset. I'm going to shut everybody up, you'll see.
Okay, now how about we hear from the man who really needs no introduction, the man to my right. A four-weight world champion, a future Hall of Famer, and the face of boxing. He's the unified and perhaps soon to be undisputed super-middleweight champion of the world again, Canelo Alvarez, everybody. Canelo, what do you make of the turnout here with all your Mexican fans?
No, I just feel grateful about have you here, guys. Always support me, and let's make history. Let's make history. Thank you, everybody. Gracias a todos. De verdad aprecio mucho su apoyo, cabrones. Muchas gracias. Vamos a hacer historia. Que viva México, culeros.
I know Cinco de Mayo weekend is very important to you. You'll be in Saudi Arabia fighting for the first time. How do you feel about that?
No, I feel great, you know. That motivates myself. Sparing fighting in another country. I feel great. I feel great about it. Motivate, and you know, this fight is very important to me. I never take nothing easy. I always train him 100% because I know he have a lot of skills, but you know, he's no other Canelo out there. So I'm gonna prepare myself and put it a good show in Saudi Arabia and Riyadh, and for my uncle Turkey, al-sheikh. Thank you, and it's gonna be excited. I'm very motivated for this fight.
Well, Canelo, I'm sure you heard the big news yesterday. Turkey al-sheikh is creating a new boxing league. He promises that there will only be one world champion in each division. Right now, he's also considered a world champion. As someone who has the WBO, WBC, and WBA titles, how do you feel about that?
I feel good because at the moment I have the 4 belts. It's like I just want, if there is just one belt, it's mine too. So I can adapt myself in any way. So I don't mind.
Well, you've knocked down your opponents in your last 4 fights, but you haven't gotten a knockout since 2021. How likely is it that William Scull is able to go the full 12 rounds with you?
You know, it's gonna be difficult because his style, you know, the Cuban style is a little bit complicated, but like always, I'm gonna try my best, and I'm gonna be in the ring, and like boxing is, you know, hurt your opponent as much as you can, and I'm gonna do it that May 3rd.
William, this is by far the biggest fight of your career. You already see how many people here are cheering for Canelo. It'll be an amazing moment. How nervous are you to step in the ring against someone of the caliber of Canelo?
William, esta es claramente la pelea más importante de tu carrera hasta ahora. ¿Qué tan nervioso estás de estar en este escenario de cara a este gran evento? De que, bueno, que esta es la pelea más importante de tu carrera hasta ahora. ¿Qué tan nervioso estás de cara a este gran evento? Hello? 1, 2, 3, testing. Oh, ok, William, esta es la pelea más grande de tu carrera hasta ahora. ¿Qué tan nervioso estás de cara a este gran evento?
No, la verdad que soy un boxeador que viene bien preparado, ¿no? Tengo una buena escuela, que es una gran base que tengo. Y no, me siento muy bien para enfrentar este reto, ¿no? Como siempre he dicho, ¿no? El sacrificio es la felicidad de mañana y me he sacrificado muy duro para lograr lo que tengo y no, se está tomando esto con una forma muy linda, viviendo un lindo momento y una gran experiencia y siempre exhortar lo que esperen el 3 de mayo que van a disfrutar de un gran boxeo.
I feel really good right now, actually. I rely on my fundamentals and I have prepared really well in a very dignified way for this fight. And all I want is to be ready for May 3rd and give the fans a great fight, which is what they deserve.
Well, Canelo, everyone knows a potential showdown with Terrence Crawford awaits in September. He decided not to have a fight until then, but you said you were going to fight in May. Why take the risk?
No, I like to be active. And I don't take, we don't have a fight in September. We have this fight, and then we will see the September fight. But I'm focused 100% on William Scull.
And William, what's your message to your fans in Germany, your fans in Cuba that believe in you and think that you can indeed beat Canelo and become undisputed?
¿Cuál es tu mensaje para la gente y qué tenés para decirle a aquellos que no creen en vos y que quizás vos también sí podés ser el que sea indiscutido y el que derrota a Canelo en mayo?
El mensaje para la gente, ¿no? Que siempre se puede, ¿no? Para las personas que siempre han subestimado, que es feo subestimar a los oponentes, además en este momento que es el boxeo, que es un deporte tan difícil, y yo soy un guerrero que siempre he venido de abajo y estoy seguro que vamos a dar un buen batacazo y estoy orgulloso de poder representar a todos mis cubanos que siempre están atentos y a disfrutar del 3 de mayo, que ha sido una gran noche.
My message to everybody is that everything is possible. And I'm really proud to represent all of Cuba in this fight. I'm going to be ready and I'm going to give the best I can. That's all I can promise, and it's going to be a great fight. I promise you that too.
And Canelo, what can your fans expect to see from you in this fight?
Like always, I'm going to put my best, my experience, my talent, everything I have there. So, like boxing is, I'm going to try to hurt my opponent as much as I can.
All right. I believe we're going to open the questions for some media members to ask a question to Canelo and to William Scull. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Saul. It's Omar from Box Nation. Listen, obviously your ambition is to become undisputed at super middle. Is there a possibility in your 4-fight deal that we see you go back up to light heavyweight and maybe take on Dimitri Bivol, whoever has the belts next year?
Everything can happen. Everything is a possibility there. So I like challenge and we'll see.
How you doing? DJ 180-97. This question for the both of you. Neither of you will have home field advantage in this fight in Saudi Arabia. How much of that goes into your preparation for this fight?
Bueno, que ninguno de los dos va a tener la ventaja de ser locales en esta pelea. ¿Cómo creen que afectará a la pelea en sí? What's the question for both of them or for someone in particular? Both? Okay. Go ahead. Who's going to answer first? Canelo? Canelo, entonces la localidad, el no tener, el que sea en un terreno neutral, ¿cómo afecta la pelea?
No, obviamente es algo nuevo para mí, pero todo el mundo es territorio Canelo, así que donde sea que pelee para mí, no importa cuál sea el lugar, estoy listo para lo que sea. Como decimos en México, el que es perico donde quieras verde.
You know what, it's going to be a new experience for me, that's for sure, but I'm also sure that the whole world is Canelo territory. So, like they say in Mexico, just wait for me, you'll see me. William, entonces lo mismo para vos, de que cómo te va a afectar que sea en territorio neutral y que ninguno de los dos tenga la ventaja quizás de contar con el apoyo de su gente. el territorio neutral. ¿Cómo te afecta el saber que no va a haber ni localidad ni visitante, que va a ser en un territorio en el que los dos están en igualdad de condiciones?
No, la verdad que no, he cruzado 4 países, ¿no? Y siempre he ido de nuevo local. La verdad que creo que soy un boxeador que está listo para guerrear donde quiera que sea y siempre salir y sacar la victoria de la forma que sea. La verdad que creo que va a ser un lindo ambiente y una nueva experiencia para esa noche, para mí y creo que para el equipo Canelo también.
Look, I've fought in 4 different countries already. This is nothing new for me, and I think it's going to be a really nice experience, something that I'm going to enjoy, and in the end, it's going to be great for all of us. Next question. Canelo.
Hello. Mike Coppinger. Go ahead.
So Canelo, look, you're the face of boxing, not just in the U.S., but across the world. What makes you so excited about fighting outside of North America for the first time, just fighting in Riyadh?
No, I'm very excited to fight outside of my country, of America too. So I feel very excited about it. So always in my career, I always want to fight in other places, and this is the moment, and I feel very excited.
And now how about a question from the man who made this all possible, His Excellency Turkey al-sheikh, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello everyone. You know, I respect the school of boxing from Cuba, but now I am asking as a fan. My question is for Canelo. There is one item missed from you in the 3rd of May. How do you get it back to be complete in the 12th of September in Vegas in the big fight? How do you complete the items and take it back in the 3rd of May?
Bueno, Canelo, entonces sabemos que tenés un año con muchos desafíos. ¿Me escuchás? Hola, hola. Probando, ¿me escuchan?
Hey man, I'm gonna look great.
There is one item missed from you now. That belt.
The belt. But I got you.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I got you.
All right, and with that, we will now have the fighters face off. Do not forget, ladies and gentlemen, you can watch all the fireworks live from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, part of Riyadh season, live on DAZN.